Hello! There's different tokens type, lending tokens, stablecoins, and many more, powering a new generation of decentralized finance, governance, and access control mechanism. All implemented and always linked to the currencies. Today we get on the token standards in the GNO ecosystem, we get on the meanings of the native coins and the GRC20, their implementation and their use case. To start, the simplest and secure way to have your own currencies is to create a native coins. Since they are native to the chain and work like the official currencies of GNO, the GNOs, they are native to the chain and they are very efficient. But they have a main drawback. They have no custom logic, so they are very limited in application usage. You can entirely interact with an RPC call or standard library. Its type is made of a denomination representing the token's name and an amount pretty much self-explanatory. With it you can send coins, create, remove, or get the balance of a certain address. And that's all. It's very efficient for stakings and fees. Alice wants to send 100 tokens to Bob. After the banker module receives it manages the transaction and Bob receives it. It is this simple and efficient, but there is no custom logic. At the opposite, let's welcome the GRC20, the fungible and programmable token standard. It is based on ERC20 from the Ethereum and is entirely stored and executed in the GNO realm. A common example in decentralized finance is a borrower-lender platform. Alice wants to earn interest on a token, so she deposits 100 tokens on the realm. Issues to her abstract token that has no value outside of the realm. This one wouldn't have been possible with the coins. Bob needs token for its own project, so he locks Ethereum as a collateral. He locks Ethereum as a collateral of the same value, and he transfers the token on his account. Later on, he repays the token with interest, and he returns his Ethereum collateral. Later on, Alice redeems her abstract token on the realm, and she returns her own token and earns interest. So let's go on some examples. What are the use cases of GRC20? First is the token gating. Let's say you have some hidden contents and you want to verify if some have a certain number of GRC20. With it, you can access private organization, control premium event access, or many more. Second is the vault. It is any realm where you can deposit a certain amount of token and get yield-bearing shares to earn interest as our leading borrower platform. You can withdraw anytime with a delay with reward. The third is the wrapping coins. It is the best of both worlds and it lets you use your native coins in decentralized finance. It is so composable and you can connect it to any other application. It enables you to have liquidity pool, lending protocol on your own native coins and a cross-chain assets. It can be very easily compared to the official currencies of GNO. The comparison of the two, the coins is native to chain and is so very efficient, but its governance is entirely centralized since it relies on an outside module. And at the opposite, the GRC20 tokens, it lets you have your own custom logic directly on chain. It is slightly less efficient and is so entirely decentralized. Today our goal will be to build the basic GRC20 token by filling our four types of functions: the information, the creation, deletion of token, sending tokens, so the transfer, and the send from another address, so the allowance. Let's go to the code. Before creating our GRC20 token, let's introduce its interface. For most, it's pretty much self-explanatory. The initialized total supplies balance of explained by themselves. Transfer from the callers to the recipient's address. Approve allowance transfer to spend a number of tokens from a specified sender to a recipient, and the mint and burn to create and destroy token. Faucet is not in the interface, but it will be very useful in our case to create new token. So let's welcome Foo20, which is a GRC20 token GNO example available on the GNO repositories. Before starting anything, I want to show you how to find any of the code source. You go on the gno.land GNO repositories and you go in example gno.land p demo and you have access to all of the functions used in our today's video. In our case, we use the GRC20. I cloned the repository so we have access to directly the code, so it's available exactly here. Most of the code of Foo20 is self-explanatory, so I won't have to go too much in details. To start, we create a new token, Foo, That's take a name, a symbol, and a decimal, and return a token and a private ledger. A private ledger is a structure that holds the balance and allowance for the token. So it has a total supplies, a balance, and an allowance, as well as a token, which contain the name, the symbol, and the decimal. It represents a fungible token with the different parameters I said earlier. It maintains a ledger for tracking balance and allowance of address. This different structure define some method to access with this structure. We have get name, get symbol, get decimal. We have the allowance we saw earlier, spend allowance, and for the private ledger, transfer from, and so on. By going back on our contract, so we have the token and the private ledger from the new token, and we also get the user teller. The user teller from color teller is an interface defining the method that the GRC20 token must implement. So we have the previous function we saw, total supplies and so on, with some explanation. And so we define a function letting you have the account address, which is the previous realm address, and the token. And this function teller define as well some methods, so transfer, approve, transfer from. The color teller is a specific GRC20 teller that checks the previous realm, which is the one we want to use in our contract. We have as well enable, which is simply an address and some method to help you check the previous realm. And so by going in our function, it's mostly just calling the right function from the right packet. So user teller we defined before, and the total supplies, balance of, transfer. For the mint, it's the same thing. We just check if we have the current contract, asset owned by currents, defined by enable, and we mint with the correct parameter. It is as simple as it is. Crossing is a new keyword in Gno that is necessary when you come from another contract. It's a bit technical word, so we go in the next episode. The last technical part of this realm is the cross, GRC20 register. This one lets gno.land know you are defining the GRC20 register, which is another smart contract, just listing all the available GRC20. As well, this contract defines check error to avoid repeating it everywhere. For a second example, we take the WU Gno, which is also a Gno example. We define the minimum deposits and the W Gno minimum deposit, which will be our abstract token. And most of the functions are exactly the same as we saw earlier. The user teller with the token and the different function. And the two important and big part of logic is the deposit and withdraw. The color we send Gno that will get as an amount. We verify its number just here if it's below the minimum, and then we mint for the color a new amount of WU Gno. It can be used for a vault, for example. The withdraw is literally the opposite. It takes the previous address, it tries to send the number of U Gno back to the caller. It's verify if it has the WU Gno, and if it does, it gets back its U Gno. The bank, which is our contract, send the coins to the caller again, and then we burn the amount of token that has been sent by the caller. It's little hard to read, but its functionment is very easy. We as well register as before. I would like to thank you for listening. All the sources are available in the description as always. Thank you for listening and see you in the next episode.